Next, coming to fourth question, the importance of sense of public interest has a wider ethical commitment in public administration, which assumes significance. The sense of public interest has a wider ethical commitment in public administration assumes significance. So, sense of public interest which has a ethical commitment assumes significance. Three important keywords: sense of public interest, its ethical nature, and its importance in public administration. So, public interest. So, when we talk about public administration, alright, so public administration, so it has its own values, alright. Public administration itself, the word public administration itself has a what you call a normativeness. Itself has a normativeness. It is a value-laden or value-oriented, alright, whatever it may be. It is a value-oriented, alright. So, where lies the values in public administration? It is in public. The word itself, the word public itself denotes values or normative consideration. Now, who is public? What is public interest? Alright, the issue is who is public and what is public interest. What is public interest? Who is public and what is public interest? Alright. Now this is very important. So to this understanding public interest is very important for public administrators. Alright. Say let me give one simple example. You take any society. Alright. You take any society. In a society we see multiple groups. Alright. So we see existence of multiple social groups or multiple interest groups. Alright. In a society we see existence of multiple interest groups. Say for example, alright, weaker sections, that is the one who are below poverty line, farmers, alright, the business class, alright, the youth of the nation, women. So these are different types of interest groups. These are different types of interest groups in a society. Now, to whom public administration should work for? So, whose interest should be the interest of public administrators? Whether the interest of weaker sections or interest of farmers or business groups or women or what? To whom the public administrator should work for? So, when there are multiple interests, to whom PABAD should work for? To whom administrator should work for? So, now we require prioritization. We require to prioritize the what we call goals. Who should be given importance? So, we have different approaches: liberalism, socialism, communism, feminism. Right? So, these are different theories. These are different ideologies which guides us in understanding what is public interest. Liberalism. State should not be an active player. What liberalism says? State should not be involved. Instead of state, who should involve? Capital. It is markets. Minimum role of state. Right? What we call rollback of state. So, liberalism always calls for this slogan of reducing the role of state, minimizing the role of state. State should not be an active participant. State should only act as a facilitator. Then who should actively participate? Markets. If markets are given importance, now for markets who are important? The one who pays, because the one who pays is important for markets. Weaker sections, they can't pay. Farmer sections, immediately they cannot pay. Business class, they can immediately pay and take the benefits. So this is what one thing. Communism. Basically, the weaker sections, what you call, you take working class, labor class, their interest is important. Feminism, women are important. That means when we apply these ideologies, our public interest is changing. The what you call, the dimensions of public interest is changing. So understanding this public interest is very important. So how to understand this public interest? We use these ideologies. Alright. So now using the right ideology, having the right interpretation of public interest is very, very important in public administration. Alright. So that is what the point is. Alright. So here you need to write what is public interest. What is public interest according to liberalism? What is public interest according to communism? What is public interest according to feminism? And in each of these perspectives, public interest is changing. So identifying the right perspective is very important. If you are a developing country, you have one perspective. If you are a developed country, you have one perspective. Say for example, the public interest, the concept of public interest in developed countries is different from the concept of public interest in developing countries. For developed countries, it is liberalism, the right way. For developing countries and undeveloped countries, it is socialism and what you call communism. Mainly it is socialism. Because they need to work for weaker sections, labor class, working class, backward classes. So that is what the question is about. So what is public interest? How to identify public interest? So now can we say that, can there be a universal concept of public interest? Can we say that there will be and there is a universal concept of public interest? No. There cannot be a universal concept of public interest because it keeps on changing. It changes according to what? According to the needs, according to the status of a nation. Right? Alright, so this is about the question.